watching this, good day to you. My name is Samson Oladoshuebe and welcome back to this class. Alright, today we want to learn how to identify notes on a staff. It's going to be a step-by-step class, so please follow me as I take you through how to identify notes. Now, we have done so far, you know what a staff is, you know what a clef is, we've done key signatures, we've done time signature, but I think I will do this class of time signature again for record purposes. And we've been able to identify notes, by their names and their shapes. This is a crotchet, this is a minim. I think those are the only two notes we have here. Alright, now let's learn how to identify these notes. Now, what I mean by learning them is these notes, as they have been written on this staff, they are supposed to be sung either as a song or as instrumentals, whether piano, guitar, or whatever instruments you want to put to it. Okay, so these notes have their sulfur relatives. Is it relatives? Yeah, we can call it relatives. Okay, this is what I mean. When we were doing scale, I mentioned something like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 or 1, because it's the repetition of the 8th notes. That's what we call an octave. Okay, I'm sure you remember octave. Yeah. All right. So now all this could also be represented alphabetically depending on the key that the piece of music is written on. Now, how do you know the key? These are the steps that I'm talking about. How do you know that when you see a musical piece, to unlock that musical piece, the first thing you have to find out is what key is the piece written on. And then you come to the clef. Alright? This is a treble clef. That means that these lines and spaces will read every good boy deserves Fanta and face in the space. Don't forget that. Now, you've been able to do that. Now, the next one is the key signature. That's the one beside it. We have just one sharp. So the question is, which key has one sharp? Of course, that would be G major. If you check your table of sharp series, the one sharp is G major. Okay, so it means that this piece of music is written on the key of G major. Alright, so it means that every G would be your do. So we could say this is G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yes. Now, this is what it means. We are going to translate these alphabets into this. Watch me. This is the first note here. The first note is just immediately before the first line. Alright? And don't forget that this line on treble clef is E. Okay? Is E. Now, what is the alphabet before E? That's D. So, this note, for instance, is D. And what is D? So just come here and put so here. Okay, that's that. This next note is written on the third line. The third line on the treble clef is B. Every good boy. Alright? So, which means that any note you find on this third line will be B, and B is number 3, is third, which is mi. All right, mi. The next one is on a space. That's space 2. What is space 2? It's A. A, re. So you come here and write re. Okay. The next one is on the second line. That's G. That's line 1. I mean, that's number 1. Okay, G, which makes it do. The next one is on the first line, which is F. This first line is F, face. Okay, line 1 on treble clef is F. And where is F here? F is number 7, that's T. Okay, the next one is on the first line, that's E, 6, La. Alright, this next note is the repetition of the first, just before the first line, so it's so. This note, the next note is on a line as this also, so it's La. Okay, is on line 2, which is G, that's Do. And here also is on line 2, which is the same as Do. Okay, this is the same as the first note, that's So. And this is on line 4. Yes, what is line 4? That's D. D is still So. Okay, all right, so we've been able to get it as so, mi, re, do, ti, la, so, la, do, do, so, so. Now the difference between this So and this So, what is the difference? Watch it. If you count the distance between this So and this So, you will discover there is an octave. Let's count together. 1. From the notes, 1, line 2, space 3, line 4, space 5, line 6, space 7, line 8. And we said every 8th note is an octave. So that's the difference. So when you sing it, this will be sung on a lower octave, and this will be sung on a higher octave. Listen to how it's being sung. So, mi, re, do, ti, la, so, la, do, do, so, so. Okay, but let's take another example. Okay, let's take another example. Okay, so this is the second example. I've made sure that the second example is on the bass clef. All right, it's on the bass clef. So remember that bass clef is good. The lines are G, B, D, F, and A, and the spaces are A, C, E, G. Accept, congratulations, ever given. Okay, now I said earlier that after you have identified the clef, the next thing to identify is the key by checking the key signature. Unfortunately, here there is no key signature, which means that this music is written on the key of C major. Okay, C major. So what do? We come here to write do, re, mi. This is just because fa, sol, la, ti, do, because we are just starting. Okay, it's just for you to be able to identify it as quickly as possible. Okay, and because it's on C major, you just write C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. Okay, which is what key? It is the key that it is written on that will determine where you will begin your alphabets and what alphabets to write. Okay, all right. Now the first note here is written on the second space. And what is the second space, ladies and gentlemen? The second space on bass clef is C. All cows, C. which makes a C here, do. So which means this note will be do. Okay. The next note is written on B. That's the second line. Good boys. Alright? So because it's on B, our B will be T. Okay? The next one is written on A. And our A here is La. Alright? The next one is written on the first line. And our first line on Bass Clef is G. And this is our G here, which makes our G to be so. Okay. So the next note is written on space 2. Space 2 is what we have here too, which is Do. Okay, the next one is written on space 3. Space 3 is set to be E. All cows eat E. So look for E here, me. So you come here and put your me. Okay. The next note is written on space 4. Ladies and gentlemen, space 4 is what we know as G. All cows eat grass. Okay, G. So let's look for G. So you impute your so. We're getting there. The next note is written on line 4. Line 4 is what? F. Good boy deserves Fanta. F. And that's far. Okay, so you come here and write your far. Alright? The next one is the repetition of this note. Because it's written on line 3. And that will be me. Okay? The next one is on line 3. And line 3, ladies and gentlemen, is D. D is Ray here. Okay, we're getting there. So this next note is the repetition of this and this, which makes it Do. This next note is the repetition of this, which makes it Ray. Okay, this is a new note here, the highest note we have in this music, and it's written on the 5th line. And the 5th line is what? Is A. Okay, so this is A here. La. Okay. Alright, the next one is on this space, is the repetition of this, which is so. The next one is fa. The next one is me. The next one is Ray. And the last one is semi-brief, is written on the second space, and that will give us Do. Do, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Let me try to sing this. Is a 4/4 time music, okay, which means that there will be 4 crotchets in a bar. Every bar will be equal to 4 beats. That's what it means. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are to sing this, it's going to sound like this. Do, ti, la, so, do, mi, so, fa, mi, re, do, re, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, so that is how to sing, how to identify notes on your staff. It's just as simple as writing your boyfriend's or your girlfriend's name. Just as simple as that, okay? Okay, so we have come to the end of our class today, ladies and gentlemen. Take your time. I will give you an assignment, just like I'm going to give you an assignment, okay? The assignment will be sent to you on the group chat. So take your time to do the assignment and submit when due. If you submit late, it's 0. Please take note of that. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best.